It's said that within the silent corridors of an ancient Egyptian temple lay a mysterious text brimming with cosmic secrets. For centuries, whispers of this fabled manuscript have sparked imaginations across the world, hinting at wisdom so profound it could unravel the very fabric of reality. Today, we take a journey through legends, lore, and speculation to discover the Book of Thoth, a creation deeply woven with Egyptian mythology, divine inspiration, and the unending human quest for hidden truths. Though echoes of this tale date back to antiquity, its allure feels very modern. Perhaps it's our innate drive to decode mysteries that keeps this story alive, or maybe the promise of limitless knowledge is simply too tempting to dismiss. Regardless, the Book of Thoth transcends millennia, inviting each new generation to contemplate the boundaries between myth and possibility. If this legendary volume truly existed, would it revolutionize our understanding of the world, or is it merely a symbol of our collective yearning for answers beyond our grasp? The origins of the Book of Thoth, like much ancient lore, are tangled in a tapestry of fact, fiction, and reinterpretation. Ancient Egyptians believed Thoth to be the ibis-headed deity of writing, wisdom, and measurement. He was said to have penned sacred texts revealing secrets of the universe, from the movements of celestial bodies to the intricacies of spiritual life. These texts, according to various traditions, formed the foundation of knowledge for both gods and mortals. One of the earliest narratives describes Thoth as the mediator who measured and recorded events, implying his words were definitive, binding cosmic principles with the laws governing everyday life. Egyptian scribes and priests revered Thoth as the mastermind behind hieroglyphics, giving structure to what many considered divine language. In a culture where writing wasn't merely a tool, but a mystical art, the notion that a single deity could bestow the written word suggests a reverence for intellectual power. And amid these beliefs, stories emerged of a legendary manuscript containing Thoth's greatest revelations. However, the question remains, did the Book of Thoth truly reside on physical papyrus sheets, tucked away in secret chambers of a sacred temple? Or is it simply a mythic device to personify the boundless breadth of knowledge? In some tales, a prince or magician dares to claim this monumental text, only to face grave trials. He must solve a series of cunning riddles or pass through labyrinthine corridors under the watchful gaze of ancient gods. The conflict arises from the book's alleged power. No mortal should so easily wield what belongs to the divine. Still, references to Thoth's writings appear across Egyptian inscriptions. Some mention divine words or books of wisdom, fueling speculation that a hidden, singular Book of Thoth could have existed. Over the centuries, these mentions have fermented into folklore. Ancient Greeks, learning of Thoth, merged him with their own deity Hermes, birthing the figure Hermes Trismegistus in later Hermetic traditions. Thus, a swirl of multicultural influence expanded the story, embedding it in Western esoteric circles as well as Egyptian spiritual heritage. Central to the legend is the book's reputed power. It's not merely an encyclopedia of forgotten rites, it's a key to realms beyond the mundane. In multiple retellings, the book grants its possessor a litany of extraordinary abilities. Legends speak of individuals reading its pages and suddenly comprehending the language of birds, beasts, or even the forces of nature. Some claim the text bestows illusions so potent they warp the senses, making dreams indistinguishable from reality. Others hint at spells that can influence destiny, opening portals to other dimensions and granting glimpses into what lies beyond mortal sight. Such tales share a common thread: knowledge so immense it risks devastating consequences. The mortal mind, unprepared for the cosmic scope of truth, might either misuse such power or be consumed by it. This recurring moral caution, reflecting the concept of forbidden knowledge, appears in global mythologies, suggesting a universal human concern. How can we hold something so great without damaging ourselves or others? The fear that the book's secrets might corrupt the soul underscores a central theme. The pursuit of knowledge can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, unlocking hidden truths could lead to moral and spiritual progress. On the other, it could unleash chaos if misapplied. In the ancient Egyptian worldview, maintaining cosmic order, Ma'at, was paramount. Thoth's wisdom upheld this balance, yet humans, with their free will, could unknowingly tip the scales. Thus, the Book of Thoth also serves as a cautionary tale, reminding us that the pursuit of divine secrets carries risks and responsibilities. And still, the promise of infinite understanding remains tantalizing. Imagine reading a single passage that explains the harmony of the stars or conversing fluently with all creatures. Ancient priests, guided by rituals, might have believed they could tap into these mysteries. Carefully, with reverence. Even in today's world, the concept of transcendent, all-encompassing knowledge resonates, echoing in pursuits like quantum physics, artificial intelligence, and interplanetary exploration. Modern society continues searching for keys to the cosmos, much like the ancients gazing upon the cryptic walls of their temples, convinced that deeper truths lie within reach. Symbolism surrounding the Book of Thoth runs deep. Ancient funerary texts, such as the Book of the Dead, guided souls through the afterlife, laying out spells and declarations for a safe passage. Yet references to Thoth's teachings hint at something potentially more expansive. The Book of Thoth was rumored to integrate theology, philosophy, and magic under one overarching doctrine, a spiritual encyclopedia harnessing cosmic laws. This holistic approach merged moral guidance with ritual practice, shaping how Egyptians viewed not just death, but life itself. When we imagine the Book of Thoth, we might think of a single scroll, but many scholars propose that it wasn't a lone document. Instead, it could have been an evolving collection of papyri, some written, some lost, some recited only in sacred rites. Each generation may have added interpretations, weaving new layers into the tapestry of myth. In that sense, the book's intangible nature aligns with the fluidity of Egyptian storytelling, continuously adapted for each era, yet always tethered to the name of Thoth. Beyond Egypt, this symbolic heft transformed into something else. As Greeks, Romans, and later scholars delved into Egyptian lore, they became mesmerized by the idea of a master volume containing the kernel of all knowledge. From Hermetic philosophers in Alexandria to medieval European alchemists, the Book of Thoth morphed into a universal holy grail of hidden wisdom. Texts attributed to Hermes Trismegistus, another echo of Thoth, explored alchemy, the nature of the divine, and the transformation of the soul. Though we can't confirm that these writings stem directly from the mythical Egyptian manuscript, the concept of an ultimate source text persisted. This cultural cross-pollination fed a human desire to find a unifying code, a single framework that explains the many facets of existence. Whether it's spirituality, magic, or science, we tend to seek that guiding star. In ancient Egypt, Thoth himself was that star, bridging cosmic and mortal realms. The book, therefore, represented a tangible expression of his essence, reminding believers that knowledge and faith can coalesce, forming the bedrock of civilization. In the 20th century, the legend of the Book of Thoth found a renewed spark in the works of Crowley, a controversial figure in Western esoteric traditions. Crowley was drawn to Egyptian symbolism, seeing in it a blend of power and ancient reverence that matched his own interests in ceremonial magic. He created a tarot deck he named the Book of Thoth, interpreting its imagery through the lens of Egyptian deities, alchemical principles, and personal mysticism. Critics might argue his deck had little to do with authentic Egyptian ritual, yet the very act of naming it after Thoth underscores how enduring the ancient myth remains. Crowley's deck cemented Thoth's place in modern occult and popular culture, linking the notion of a universal compendium of wisdom to the practice of divination. Tarot enthusiasts worldwide still use Crowley's deck, often appreciating the Egyptian references and seeing it as a spiritual bridge to a more arcane time. Outside occult circles, popular media, from novels to films, occasionally references the Book of Thoth as an epitome of secret knowledge, a MacGuffin that can unlock cosmic truths or spawn cataclysmic events. Even academically, Egyptologists debate the textual remnants that could hint at real ancient documents. Spearheading these conversations are archived fragments of papyri and inscriptions that might be puzzle pieces to the original tradition. While no scholar has definitively unearthed a Book of Thoth, the prospect of finding even a shard of its rumored content continues to stir imaginations. In a modern context, the Book of Thoth also sparks reflection on our own age of information. The idea that a single source of knowledge could exist, beyond human error and manipulation, remains a powerful concept. As we stand amidst digital archives and global networks, the question arises, do we believe in a single unifying truth? Or do we find meaning in the endless spectrum of knowledge that evolves as cultures mingle and technology advances? Ultimately, the Book of Thoth stands as a timeless narrative reflecting humanity's complex relationship with knowledge. We yearn for answers to the great unknowns, life, death, the afterlife, the cosmos, and we craft myths to fill the gaps. The legend of a perfect book penned by a divine scribe resonates with an enduring hope that somewhere, the essence of all truth lies waiting to be understood. But like many myths, the Book of Thoth also warns us, knowledge without wisdom can be perilous, and the boundary between enlightenment and hubris is razor thin. Contemplate the central figure of Thoth, the wise teacher, who balanced cosmic order and maintained universal harmony. If the book existed, it was far more than an instruction manual for magic. It was a testament to the power of words, the potency of language, and the sacred responsibility of recording history. Through it, the Egyptians expressed the core belief that understanding the divine intricacies of life demands reverence and humility. Perhaps the Book of Thoth never sat on a dusty shelf in a hidden chamber. Perhaps it's simply an eternal motif that surfaces whenever humans look to the heavens, scribble down their findings, and hope to decode reality's blueprint. Whether symbolic or once tangible, this story reminds us that the pursuit of knowledge is as old as civilization itself. The impetus to crack open the universe's secrets, to read the ultimate text, will always drive us, yet the act of seeking can be as illuminating as any answer we might find. Thank you for joining this expanded journey into the enduring fascination of the Book of Thoth. If this exploration intrigued you, please like this video, share it with friends, and subscribe to our channel. By doing so, you become part of a community eager to uncover more ancient wonders and modern mysteries. There's always another legend waiting to be rediscovered, another insight to be revealed. Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next adventure.